Hi guys, so myself Megha, and today's video is all about how can we sustain and introduce a new habit in our life. See, where there are many times when we want to create something new habits that we want to have or want to build up in the future. But what either because of the time restraints or because we are not disciplined enough or because we procrastinate a lot, we are not able to build that habit. So here's I'm going to tell you 5 ways or 5 steps through which you can easily sustain a habit that you want to build up in. It could be a hobby that you really want to achieve, or it could be anything that a course or something that would help you upskill your growth or whatever. So these are the steps that I have implemented myself in the process of developing and sustaining a habit, and I think it would be work very well with you too. So the first thing that I want you to realize is that no goal or no habit is a big thing. Make it a big thing, we get overwhelmed by that, and then we ultimately leave it. So that's why we are not able to get into the state of mind of actually achieving, because we make a big deal out of it. You know what I mean, right? So the first thing I want you to do is keep that thing as small, as tiny as it is. Okay, building a habit is not a used thing. Keep in your mind that it is just a thing, a small part of my life that I'm trying to do just because I like it and I want to do it. Don't make it a big deal out of it. Make it a very normal thing. People are doing a lot big things. You just want to create a small tiny habit. In order to get those activities or in order to build those habits, you need to understand that is one thing that would be very beneficial is to not make a big deal out of it. It's just that. So for my example, if we take, I wanted to quit sugar, or you can say refined sugar and caffeine. Okay, just for the well-being, and I just wanted to see how it's gonna happen. It was a very random thing that I started to do. First thing that I made sure is leaving sugar and leaving caffeine is not a big thing. Making it a big thing will make it more harder for me to do, because making it's very easy to get overwhelmed by things. So the second thing that I want you to do is start small. If you have gone through a topic like atomic habit, I would really like to emphasize that part of habit. If I try to give you another example, you can try, if you want to build a habit of learning guitar, for example. Okay, you want a habit to daily give consistently effort to a guitar. Whenever you sit with a guitar, you want to have a habit that if one day I play guitar, I try to learn, gets hard, and then I just leave it. So to overcome that, I would give you one advice. Try with doing 1 minute. You can do it, right? 1 minute of playing guitar, and ultimately you will play for after 5 minutes or 10 minutes. If you don't have time, don't let yourself make excuses. Okay, we'll come to that. So just play for 1 minute. Okay, just play it for 1 minute and then leave it. Then next day come, play it for 1 minute. Do this for 2-3 days, and then increase the minutes as you like. Okay, so that will help you achieve that you didn't actually do nothing that day. You did 1 minute of training in the learning, in the process of guitar learning. You gave 1 minute of your time in that process. That would help you have something compared to nothing. Okay, so the third thing that is the major reason why people cannot actually sustain a new habit is because of the lack of discipline. And I would let you know how one approach or one perspective, if you approach to this, will literally help you shift your mindset to having a discipline. And I have been doing this for myself too. See, many times we are into looking at people's, and many of you will relate, we don't like people who don't commit to their words. If you can take an example of a relationship, if the person just says the words and doesn't prove it in their actions, we don't like them. Why do we don't like them? Because they don't prove themselves, but they only just say it, but their actions do not match with what they say. Now, I want you to realize that when you want to create habit, for example, when I decided to leave the sugar, I made a promise to myself that I will leave sugar. I decided for myself, I said to myself that I will leave sugar. I will not have refined sugar. I will leave the caffeine too. So when I said that, it made me believe that okay, I would be doing a new task today. So this is a new thing that I'm going to adapt in my life. So let's see. When it give you a different video for how to leave the sugar and caffeine, if you want to, I can make a video out of that also, because to leave sugar, I made a promise to myself, right? And now if I don't stick to it, am I not lying to myself? Am I not like not believing in myself? That's what effect. That's why people always say that I don't believe in myself. It's hard for me to believe in myself. Let me tell you why it's hard for you to believe in yourself. It's hard for you to believe in yourself because you don't even trust yourself. You can't even stand on your own words. It's the harsh truth. I'm going to say this straight to your face. Like, if I say something and if I don't do it, if I cannot accept it from the other person, how can I accept it for myself? No human in this world. And that's why it reflects in having self doubts and low self esteem and all that kind of things. I want you to realize, if you want to sustain a habit, you have to not have to be disciplined. All you have to do is just be true to yourself, be honest to yourself. If you are proud of yourself, like, give a chance. If you are not yet proud of yourself, give this new habit a way to be proud of yourself. Okay, that will help you actually get growth, like actually grow and actually build a habit, sustain it without even having thinking about the, oh my god, I have to do it and it's just because I cannot. No, that is not the mentality you want to start the habit with. It won't be sustainable, because that looks like you are forced to do it. Okay, you don't force yourself, you believe in yourself, you discipline yourself, because what you don't expect from others, like you want people to stay true to their words. Are you true to your words yourself? If I tell you to do this, like if you tell yourself that I will do this today, do you do it? Do you, like, if I tell you to create a new habit and sustain it, will you able to do it? If you're not confident enough, then just do it. Then just do the actions and let your belief get uplifted by itself, because you just stand to your words, that whatever I say to myself, I stand to it. I believe in myself because I do it. Regardless of the consequences, regardless of the tough situation, regardless how hard it can be, I still do it. Okay, so that is the third and the most important thing. The next is, and like the most things that people are facing problem in, is because they just don't see it enjoyable. That is very like normal thing. I had my things with like sustaining a habit itself. I want you to know that the best way to sustain a habit is by actually applauding and rewarding and acknowledging yourself every single day that you have actually accomplished or sustained that habit for that day. I want you to be proud of yourself. I want you to be happy about yourself. Like, even for like you did for the first day, I want you to have, you took the first step, right? You took the first step and you did it, right? So I want you to be happy about it. I want you to acknowledge, reward if you want to. Don't take your efforts for granted. Don't take like, okay, so I did for one day, what else? No, don't. Dude, you did it for one day. I don't know, you can do it for a year, you can do it for the lifetime, who knows? It's a step. Everything starts with the first step, and you took the first step. You took the second step, you took the third step. Every single day that you sustain that habit, after doing it, feel good about yourself. Don't just be a boring person who's just like, okay, I did it just because, yeah, I'm trying to sustain. No, give that your acknowledgement. Say to yourself, I'm so proud of myself that I actually did it. I actually, for like the third, this is the third day 3, and I have actually succeeded. I remember when I started like leaving sugar and caffeine, I used to be so happy. I used to be so acknowledged, regardless of my whatever symptoms I used to have of like leaving sugar and caffeine at the starting of the days. I was so happy because I was doing something I thought I wouldn't be able to do, but I did it regardless, because I wanted to be true to myself. I wanted to see how disciplined can I be, how much my words mean to myself. So I, just to prove that point that I stick stick to my words and I stick to what I say, I just prove to myself that yes, I can leave sugar, I can leave caffeine, I just don't depend on that. Okay, so these are the some things. There are also ways where you can actually, if you're trying to leave a habit, that is a different part. If you're trying to leave a bad habit and want to start a different like new habit, that I can make a different video out of it. But this is a video for you to understand that how can you sustain and how can you build a new habit. And I hope this was helpful. This is the first video of mine and I hope you guys get some gist of it and how you can actually achieve it. It is not a big deal, you can actually achieve it. So I hope this video helps you guys. Thank you so much for listening. Bye bye.